Thank y'all for having me. Fly fishing for gar has become somewhat of a little bit of an obsession of mine.
Louisiana place when you think of fly fishing, it's more redfish and then maybe black drum, sheephead. But it's also home to 4 species of gar: the alligator gar, the short-nosed gar, the spotted gar, and the true long skinny, the long-nosed gar.
So I came up with this idea for a fly fishing tournament that I called the Golden Gar. And to enter it, you had to write a gar-centric haiku. You had to pay the entry fee of a $2 bill. It would take place entirely at the self-proclaimed gar capital of the world, Rackasee Old River. It'd be limited to a baker's dozen of anglers, and you had to be selected into the tournament. It was like an invitational. It would take place from June 1st through September 30th. It'd be real flies only, no rope. And the way it would work is every gar you caught during each day would represent a playing card, and you would assemble a poker hand of gar every day. And at the end of the tournament, the anglers would all meet up for a poker game, and that would determine who won the tournament, whoever played the best hand. And the best hand you could possibly create in this tournament would be the royal flush, which would be that you call it the long nose, the short nose, the spotted, and the alligator gar, all 4 species in one day.
Felt it. Got him. If you feel something, that was one.
Yeah. Ken says there are no sticks in Old River, so if you feel something at all, it's probably a gar. And I mean, he was right by this laydown. We saw him come up one last time. Casted a couple casts. I made one cast right by the laydown, was pulling it back, and thought I felt a bump. And so I was like, okay, I think he hit it. So I threw back to the exact same spot, let it sink a little bit, let it get down, felt the pressure, and then just reef back. I think I told Ken, we got him, he's on. And then, sure enough, thing starts moving, wasn't a stick. It's not coming up, but it's we saw it was a big fish. So hoping, this is the one we saw. What else could it be? Trying to steer the boat all around. It's bringing us around all the timber that we were near. Finally starts to get back in some open space where I think, I can bring the rod up and all right, we gotta see, was this the one or is this a different one? Or maybe it's a bigger one. Well, common carp hooked right behind the dorsal fin. So that was the first time I think Ken had seen a common carp in the waters. And yeah, somehow he was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Do you think the Golden Gar was intentionally made to be very difficult and would cause people to fail?
Absolutely. What fun would it be if it didn't?
Couldn't it was?
Well, it's no fun if we win it the first year. This is a Lifetime Achievement Award. Come on now.
You gonna enter it again?
Absolutely.
What do you think it takes to hang in there and do this in this format? The format of the Golden Gar, as far as perseverance and persistence.
I think you just need to be a stubborn SOB more than anything else. It's miserable out in Louisiana in the summer fishing, but we all do it, whether it's redfish, bass, gar, doesn't matter. Come home a little dehydrated, hopefully nothing worse than that. A couple of cold beers at the end of the night, and hopefully you can recover.
I call it the shady accountant because it puts up unreal numbers.
My preferred environment for gar fishing is definitely shallow water, sight fishing. Thoughts on failure? I'm okay with it because I know that I'm probably going to fail more than not. I think you have to be okay with failing if you want to fish for species like gar, especially big trophy gar. Are difficult to land. Sure, they have a very bony mouth. It's hard to get a hook into their mouth. That makes it hard, difficult to get a good hook set. And then you have the jumping. Are gar worth the effort? That's a ridiculous question. Yes, they're worth the effort. They fight harder than a lot of the fish that we have around here. So yes.
You embarrassed the garfish?
When was do I embarrass the garfish? No, absolutely, it's a lot of fun.
Do you think the royal flush is possible at Old River?
Before that day, I would say it would have been very hard. But I would say after that day, definitely do it. Definitely do it. Didn't have that great of expectations of actually catching all four, but being that I had caught 3 of the 4, really seemed to be, within grasp.
How would you feel if like some old boy rolled in from out of state and schooled you in the Golden Gar?
It might depend what state. I think